In this video, I'm going to show you what settings I use in Createspace to make professional looking paperback covers. I've been told by friends and family who see my books that it looks very professional and as if it could be on any bookshelf in Barnes & Noble or whatever. So I'll walk you through the settings I use and a couple of tips and tricks so you can get the same results. So this is the interface of Createspace. If you don't know Createspace, it's a place where self-published authors can create paperback books, and it's owned by Amazon, so it's very popular and is what I like to use. So getting through all this information, which isn't really important for this video, they automatically assign you an ISBN number, which is nice and convenient to know. So getting into the actual physical properties, first off, what I use is size 5.25 by 8. Now, I am not saying this is the absolute definitive what you should use, but based on a lot of books that I checked out, this was a common size. There are some other common sizes that you can certainly get away with, but I like the size 5.25 by 8, so that's what I use. The interior type, I go with black and white. The reason is because it's a novel is usually what I'm writing, and I have no real interest for full color. If you decide to go full color, your royalties go down significantly, so I stick with black and white. As for paper color, my first book, not knowing any better, I chose white, and I thought this made it look a little bit amateurish. Now, again, this is my opinion. Some people can get away with white, but I think for most novels, cream is a much more professional looking color. So I go with cream. So getting into the interior, Scrivener makes it really easy to do this part for you, creating a PDF. It has to be in PDF format with Createspace. So whenever you go to publish your novel, you simply have to compile for PDF and it will create the PDF version. So if you've broken things out into chapters, etc., just like any other novel and getting it ready for Kindle or iBooks, then converting it to PDF is not going to be any issue with you at all. The only thing you may want to do differently from the digital version is include some blank pages. So if you want to experiment with how those initial pages, when you're opening it, and what part of the chapter or what part of the copyright, etc., the title page go, then you may need to fill in and just create a page that's completely blank. That way it converts the way you like it to. As for the cover, I outsource the cover because I am not a designer, so there's no reason for me to spend all that time and effort, especially when people will do it really cheap. I go on Fiverr. If you just go to, if you've never heard of Fiverr, it's a great place. Everyone should be using it for their outsourcing needs. Fiverr.com, if you just type in Createspace cover, you can see all kinds of people that are willing to create you a professional looking cover for just $5. Now, you'll most likely need to hire someone to do just the front part for $5 and then hire someone else to actually turn that front facing part into a full length cover that's ready to go. But $5 or $10 to create a professional cover, you can't complain too much about that. It's what I've done, and a lot of my books have really nice looking covers. One thing I will say is it gets a little bit tricky because they are going to want to know, the Fiverr people are going to want to know how many pages your book is. So you're going to need to upload your interior to find out exactly how many pages there are and give it to them. The reason this is important is if you just guesstimate how big your book is, the spine of the book will look off. They these cover designers use a template that Createspace provides, and they need to know the exact number of pages in order to get the spine of the book correct. So make sure you get that in order before you hire these services. After that, there's the choice of matte or glossy. Again, you could get away with both, but my first book, I decided to go glossy, and I thought it looked a little bit amateurish. That's just my opinion. I decided to go with matte ever since. I just really like the look and feel of matte. I think it looks a little bit more professional, and so I go with matte. And other than that, just including the descriptions, it's totally up to you on your channel distribution and pricing. That's not really what this video is about. I just wanted to cover the details of what I use to make the actual look feel professional. So these are the tips. These are what I've used to create my covers. You can start here and print off a sample copy to see if you agree with those settings, but it's one of those things where once you do it once, you just kind of find what works for you and what you like seeing, and you just don't have to worry about it again. You just select the same settings again and do it for book after book to come. So I hope you found this useful, and good luck making a professional looking paperback novel.